Hey guys, my name's Ben Howard. We're out here at the Gospel Discovery to play another match in the Zone Clone bracket. If you haven't seen this series before, I appreciate if you went back and watched it. But today we've got the A3 versus the Loki. These are two of the more unique discs on the bracket because the A3 has a very interesting shape, got a slight bead, has a really shallow feel despite that. And then the Loki has this huge wing on it while still having a similar feel. Has a very shallow feel, feels a lot like a Justice. So I'm assuming this is going to be really overstable. Granted, I do have this in base plastic. It's actually funny. The first time I threw an A3, I got an ace on one of the holes out at Linville. So it's like a 120-foot hole. But I have at least a little bit of experience throwing this, whereas the Loki, I have absolutely no idea. So we'll see. It's also been a long time since I've thrown the A3, so I really have no idea how this is going to fly. Also, this Rachel Turton Tour Series one is very gummy. I don't know if it comes through a camera or not, but like it's getting close to like a elevation disc almost. But I'll be curious to see if it actually like affects how it feels in my hand. But yeah, I think it's pretty much everything. So let's go ahead and get in the round, see who's moving on. All right, guys. So for hole one, we got a par 3, 190 feet. Basket's right there. As you can probably guess, we're playing onto an island green, so got to cross in bounds. If I don't cross in bounds, I take it from the drop zone just behind the 10 Commandments right there. Let's see. A3's got the box since it's a higher seed, but I think I could just throw both of them either flat or on a little bit of hyzer out to the right. Let them spike into the green. Go, go. Woo, barely made it in. Okay, definitely flat if that's how that one flew. Golly, both of them are really overstable. Oh, man. Roll in. Go, go. Ah, nope. I don't like using the mulligans this early in the round, but I think I pretty much have to use the Loki's mulligan for that. I was wondering if I could see any damage from hitting that log, but I can't find the spot where it hit, so that's good. All right, let's make the adjustment. Just sit. There we go. Oh, yeah, so this will also be the first video where I'll be putting with my new Sure Grip Waymakers. I'm switching to these because they, like the name suggests, these are going to have better grip in the colder conditions where my grip gets really bad. So hopefully these will help. All right, guys, for hole 2, got a par 3. T-sign says 230, but it plays so much farther than that. It might not look like it on camera, but we're going really far uphill. And we're also throwing straight into a headwind, so definitely not getting either one of these discs there. But I think both these discs are pretty much guaranteed a par. But we'll see. I think it's still the 8-3s box. Yeah. Okay. Oh, yanked that one a little bit, but I didn't throw it as much anhyzer. Yeah. Go. Oh, man. Go, go. Oh, man. If I gave this height, I might have had a chance. All right, guys, for hole 3, got a par 3, 230 feet. Basket straight ahead through this triple mando you can see in front of us. We got a straight tailwind. It's going to make them more overstable, but it's going to make them push farther. So I think I can throw both of them flat. Just trying to hug the right side of the triple mando and see if it pushes all the way down there. I could probably throw both of these discs at the right side of the triple mando and get to fade off of it, but I'm going to try and go just inside of it just in case. Oh, well, anyway. Ooh, got lifted. Oh, yeah. That's like a 20-footer. Okay, so I can go even outside of the triple mando and be fine. Not that wide. Well, no, I could go that wide. It's a little short, but I think both of those are inside the circle putts. Not sure where the A3 is yet, but I'll go and putt from the Loki while I'm here. Go. Go. All right, guys, for hole 4, we got a par 3, 270 feet. I don't think that's right. I'm pretty sure it's close to like 100 or 240 feet, but pretty much have to throw a blind hyzer into the woods where the basket's. I mean, it's really not that far into the woods. It's probably like 30 feet, maybe. This shot's just going to require some good distance control and have to read the wind pretty well because it feels like we got straight right to left wind. So I think I could just throw them both flat out to the right, and they should get out there, and that wind will carry them to the left. But we shall see. I think that's good. It's definitely in the gap. It might be a little short, but if you anything you want to be a little short because that's where the gap's most wide open. And if you filter really far to the left, it gives you a pretty open putt. So let's see if I can recreate that with the Loki. Too wide. Oh, that's good. Okay. I think that'll be a more obstructed putt, but they should be about similar distances from the basket. Okay, so it looks like the A3 is a little bit farther away, but as you can see, I was right about the Loki being a little obstructed, but this isn't that bad. All right, guys, for hole 5, got a par 3 at 163 feet. Basket's pretty much straight ahead. It's just a bunch of trees between us and the basket. We're going to be playing the green Mando, which means I need to go for the forehand gap on the left, which I think I can throw both these discs on just like a baby hyzer. Because once I get them through that gap, I need them to move immediately to the right while still kind of pushing forward, but farther right this goes, the better. Let's see. Still the A3's box. I yanked it. Okay. It's a little short, a little to the left, so but I think I still have a putt from there. There it is. Oh, got a massive skip, but that'll probably be about the same thing as the A3 short and, well, not left, but right. Okay, so I was right. The Loki's probably right at 25 feet. I'd say the A3 is about the same. Both slightly downhill. Makeable putts. There. Ah, dang it. Okay. I was tempted to use the A3's mulligan there, but I feel like there's just as good a chance I'm going to miss that putt again. So I'm going to save it for later, especially with the next 2 holes coming up. You definitely need it, but it's going to make it for the Loki. Oh, dang. Well, never mind. Didn't need to use it. All right, guys, for hole 6, we've got a par 3, 140 feet. This one, the basket is off to the left, but the shot that makes the most sense is a forehand turnover, which is possible with these discs, but it's going to be tough. It's especially going to be tough not to go long, but luckily there's that big black tarp back there, so if anything, I should run to that and not go too far past the basket, but still the A3's box. Well, that's probably going to be the A3's mulligan. I didn't see where the Loki ended up, but I think it's going to have a putt. Yeah, so as I walked down there to get the A3, I could see the Loki's actually parked. So definitely need to use the A3's mulligan here. better. Needed more height on that. Didn't give it time to come back flat. Nice. All right, guys, for hole 7, got a par 3, 220 feet. But the basket's up there tucked off to the left. If I want to get all the way up there or at least have a putt, I'm going to have to flex both these discs pretty hard. But if we can get out of the gap, it's basically a guaranteed par. Still the A3's box. Just got to rip this on some anhyzer. Oh, I did it. Stay up. Go. Go. Okay. That's probably like just outside of circle 1, I think. Let's see if we can do any better with the Loki. Nope. Ain't good. Oh, boy. Well, that actually ended up being a somewhat okay kick because it kicked me so far to the left that I'm actually out here somewhat in the open. I have a chance to get up and down for the par. This is going to be a very difficult shot. So I need to somehow make this disc hold over and ride right. And that's not what this thing wants to do. I don't really have an option to throw a forehand, and even if I did, I couldn't make it all the way there. And, well, I did put a pretty nice dent in it after hitting that tree, so maybe that'll be enough to make it act a little bit more understable. Okay. I'll take that. Okay, so from here I can see the Loki. It looks like it's a 30-foot death putt, but I'm going to go ahead and putt from the A3 because if I make this, I don't even need a putt from the Loki. This got closer than I was thinking. Definitely make a bold putt. Get there. Yes. Nice. All right, guys, so for hole 8, we got a par 3, 227 feet. This one is actually technically the long tee, but I want to play from this one because I want to try throwing a really hard forehand with both these discs and see how they do. You see the basket straight ahead, but you probably can't tell. It's the fact that the ground is sloping away, and that's an elevated basket. So, if anything, I want to land short or right at that basket. If I go long at all, this is going to be a nasty putt, especially considering if I am long, I'm going to have a straight headwind. Still the A3's box. I think I can just throw it flat, hard out to the left and let it do its thing. Oh, too low. Dang it. Same thing for the Loki, but gotta get more height. Better. That's very short. I don't know if I'll be able to run that putt or not. Well, I'd probably have to. Okay, it's a putt. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to lay up from the Loki because the A3 went very far to the right, a lot farther than I thought it would have. So I thought in this hill, especially in this taller grass, it would have stuck, but it went really far. So we can lay up from the Loki. I'll be really surprised if I make that putt from the A3. Okay. Nope, right over the top of it. Dang. All right, I didn't even need to. Well, see, no, I didn't even make this still. All right, all tied up going to the last hole. All right, guys, for hole 9, we got a par 3, 200 feet. Basket's right there. One thing to really worry about is, well, it's supposed to be the tall grass is out of bounds, and it's supposed to be between us and the basket, but hard to really tell where it is right now. But the only other out of bounds is the parking lot on the right, which shouldn't come into play because I'm going to throw a backhand with both these discs. Yeah. So this is the first time the Loki's had the box all around. Let's see if I can go ahead and ace it. Close, it's short, but you sit. Okay, that's fine. Ah, I came out early. Sit. And they're right on top of each other. Golly, I had to put that so high in that tailwind. Nice. All right, guys. So hopefully I have the scores right in my head, but I'm pretty sure we're tied at 1-1. So the tiebreaker, we'll be throwing right here from hole 9's basket to hole 1's basket. Has to be inbounds to count, but it's going to be straight CTP. Let's see. We'll flip. Heads, the A3 goes first. Tails, the Loki. Heads. So A3 first. Swing. Okay. That's going to be hard to beat. Especially when you do that. Oh, inbounds though. All right, guys. So as y'all can see, A3 is the winner. I was curious to see. But I would say the Loki's probably the most overstable disc we had on the bracket, and for it to be in base plastic and still be the most overstable is pretty crazy. I do feel bad because, like, is this really a zone clone? Not really. If anything, this is more of a Justice clone. But this is definitely a really nice approach disc. I would be curious to see how this would fly with premium plastic. But I really like how this feels, both from forehand and backhand grip, especially with how shallow it feels. It just feels great in forehand. So if you're looking for like a shallower version of a Justice, or if you're looking for just a more overstable version of a zone, I think the Loki's a really great choice. But like I said, the A3 is moving on to the next round. I'm trying to think of what next week's video is. I think it's the what's it? Something Devil or something. I don't know. I'll put it. I'm sure I've already put it up on the screen here. So if y'all are interested in watching that, I should have that video up next Friday. But thank y'all so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and have a good one.